You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
15 Minutes of Fame. We got Nitty here.
Yeah, man. What's the deal? What's the deal, man?
We out here in the middle of Canada. I wanna ask you a question. Because everybody got their own processes to how they write. You know, they say you the alien. People don't know where you coming from with these bars. What's your process?
Man.
Like, how long does it take you to write 3 rounds? 3-minute rounds.
If I had my way, if I wanted like a perfect time to write and memorize and feel comfortable, you feel me? I would say give me 7 days. But I can write 3 full rounds in 2 days, 3 days. Mm-hmm. Like I did the jazz shit, I wrote that in 2-3 days, literally.
And how long does it take you to memorize it?
Around the same, like
same amount.
Probably like a day or 2. I can memorize it in a day, but I'll rap it, chop it. So give me like 2 days, and I'll be able to do what I did in there.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: so is there a specific amount of bars that you have for a 3-minute round, or do you just do it a feel as a time, or do you like, okay, 48 bars, that's gonna be one round, or how do you do it as far as that?
I used to count my bars and feel like, you know what I'm saying, I get to around 50 or something. But I kind of feel like with us not having no instrumental, no beat, no rhythm, some bars don't come out the same. 4-bar, you know what I'm saying, a 4-bar setup lineup to every other, it's not going to be the same time limit, you know what I'm saying, and you deliver them different. Some like, especially when I put my rhythm to it. 'Cause how I'll write a verse or write my rounds. After I write my rounds, I memorize, and after I memorize, I put a cadence to it, I put a flow to it. I'm gonna figure out what I say fast, what do I say slow, what swag I'm gonna put to it type shit. So when you put that into consideration, 2 bars over here is not gonna look like the same 2 bars over here. It might last longer, so I don't even go off that. I just time it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny you just mentioned Jazz, because when I talk to Jazz, we were talking about how she memorizes her battles, and I think she said something along the lines of, I can't remember if it was 17 or 27, but she knows she has it after she repeats, after she spits the whole round 17 times. And she said, I think she said either 17 or 27. I want to say 17. I think it's like some random number she was saying, and she was like, and each one she actually like tallies it, where it's like 1, 2, 3, and she knows if she gets it that specific amount of time, whatever that number was, that specific amount of time, then that's when she knows she has it. Do you have something like that you do, or it's just whenever you just get the feel, or what?
As far as memorizing?
Yeah.
Yeah, something that it's not as, I break down my material in 8 bars.
Oh, okay.
And run it 4 times. So I'll break down 8 bars, run that shit 4 times back to back. Go to the next 8 bars with the transition and do the same thing. Do the whole thing. After I do that, then I'll just set the phone down and see how far I can get without the phone. And then,
so you do 8 bars at a time, and then you add like a transition to connect them so that you don't forget it?
Exactly.
Ah.
And then really what's on my phone, I write, but I don't write fully. It's more like, because it changes so much, so it's more like the reference. So if I, like earlier I had the motherfucking, what I say, the headstone shit. I didn't know it's so many different ways I might say headstone, so I really just have headstone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like reminders and shit, but I'll just run through my shit, run through all the reminders, segment by segment, until I feel like I got it strengthened up, then I'll set the phone down and then just see how far I can go.
So, well, tell people that, because that was a hard ass bar. Tell people what bar that was that haven't seen it yet.
What I said, you've been known. For me not to respect you as a legend, I would be dead wrong. I can't put you on my Mount Rushmore, but I can give you a headstone.
Everybody went crazy on that one. That was a crazy bar. So, like, another thing that people say about you is that even though sometimes you might spit some of the same punchlines, or like you said, you write down the punchline, you have an idea, but yours always comes up different from how anybody else seems to have. You know, it's not as predictable as everybody else would say.
Are you talking about like if I have the same reference or something?
Yeah, you have the same reference. Yours is always just different. How do you keep it fresh like that?
Man. Just me being me. I ain't gonna lie. I've always been a nigga that goes left and everybody go right.
Okay.
So it's just me, just being me. I probably don't watch the same movies as niggas. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the same shit on social media. I'm probably not even on social media that much. So just my everyday life and just my way of thinking is just different than a lot of.
Oh, so you don't like purposely do it? Like I think everybody would come this way, so I'm gonna try
like,
to do it.
Because I ain't gonna lie, when it started, it was just natural. And then when people started pointing it out, I'm like, oh, let me just like take heed to it and try to do it more.
Right.
It's really just me being me.
Right. But then you take it to the
I made it into like one of my superpowers. I'm like, okay, because I'm not gonna lie. When I first started, it's not even my references. When I first started trying to punch, I obviously wanted to punch like the punchers, like the people that punchline and shit. And it came from the East Coast and shit. But every time I would, display my work to a lot of people, they were like, you punch, but you punch different. Like it's like I don't know. It was like they couldn't explain it. In my mind, I didn't take it as a compliment. I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm trying to do what y'all do. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And then after a while, fans just started like taking like they started fucking with it. They was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use that as I guess that's just me. I punch different.
Right.
That's my style, and it's just like the same thing with the content. And I go left. They be like, nigga, what did you think of that shit?
So this is always from
that movie.
So this is always from the beginning now. Cause now a lot of people don't know. Well, you started like Grind Time Silver, right? Was it?
Yeah.
Grind Time Silver. Like I guess a lot of the newer fans are probably not even familiar with that.
I didn't start there, but like we was fucking with Grind Time for a minute.
Okay.
My original start was Sand Trap.
Okay.
In my city, and then because I never really physically rapped on Grind Time ever.
Okay.
They would just drop our footage on Arizona Division channel. Type shit, which had 300 subscribers type shit back in the day.
So that was Keefe doing that, right?
Yeah. So that's who gave me my start. Keith Wright.
Okay.
He was Sand Trap.
Okay.
Sand Trap, Arizona, straight Arizona. You know what I'm saying?
But I guess it was still a connection because it's kind of like Jungle, because how Jungle was still being put on URL. Right.
Like niggas.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit of history out there. Anything else that I don't even know to ask that is something that's different that you do with these when you putting your bars together, or
you mean just like my regiment?
the process, the regiment, the process, or something different that.
See, I don't know how different it is, but like I watch just like. I don't want to give up too much of my game.
Okay.
Like I watch like nostalgic shit. Like, nostalgia means nostalgia for a reason. Like it means, you know what I'm saying, it takes you back to a certain place. You know what I'm saying? So I watch nostalgic shit. I'm trying to find shit that I feel like everybody's gonna remember. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I try to get my references. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everybody goes right. They look for current events, shit like that, teams, sports jerseys, and NBA players' names and shit like that. I don't even look that area. Don't even look in that direction, especially when I'm having writer's block. Sometimes when you have a writer's block, you do got to go get your search game on or do your homework on the internet. Go see if you can draw some inspiration from somewhere or go find a reference from somewhere. A lot of niggas go look towards the cliche shit, the NBA shit, the NFL shit. I don't go that way at all. I go with the left. So I just feel like that helps me out. My homework game is real crazy.
Hey, you dropping jewels. We might have to put this behind a paywall, man, or something like that. Put this part of a master class or something.
Man, it's about knowing what you know. First of all, it's about trusting your talent. If you know it's fire, did your homework on it, you know it makes sense, say it. Now, if they don't get it, sometimes it could be because they don't get the reference and you didn't paint the picture close enough. Now, if you know in your mind, like, damn, I'm from the 80s and all these niggas from the 80s, or I'm from the 90s, they should remember this. Paint the picture a little bit. Take them there first and then drop the jewel on it. Instead of just out of nowhere, Pokemon shit.
Right.
Remember that shit? But if you take them there first, in the setup, so like you remember the cars with the whatever, or just however you do it. But then when you drop it, you're like, oh yeah, I do kind of remember that shit because he had with the spike on his back and shit. I do remember that shit, gang. Yeah.
No, but now that's good though, because that makes it more timeless, and I think that makes it relatable to people who like newcomers to battle rap. So when you bring in somebody, like you want somebody that you know to get into battle rap, you want to take them into something easy, because a lot of times people use such out there references, so many references that you only know.
Matter about the reference. if you dress it up right to take them there.
That's what I was getting at,
Take
right?
them there, dress it up right. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Put it like this, nigga. I done had somebody tell me a bar and I didn't get the reference, but me be smart enough to be like, obviously had to be somebody on the movie. Like, if he was like, nigga, I'm fire off the top, like Jukas John. I don't know who Jukas John is, but he obviously got some fire on his head or something. Got something on fire or something. Take him there and then be like, okay, I caught it. So it's all about dressing it up.
All right, man.
We don't know who Jukas John is.
15 minutes of fame. Anything else you want to put out there?
Man, rest in peace, Pat Stay, man. Free the wave. We in Canada with it, man. 15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.